Okie dokie. Are they gonna ping? Here we go. All right. Oh, hold on right quick. There we go. Slight fix, but there we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to be dealing with the stadium today. Okay. It's already went out on the first pitch. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday Night Baseball live here on Chaostopia. And, of course, we have the Washington Wolves taking on the Doosan Bears. As this one's going to be a play that's going to be caught. And here comes Redwood. Alright. So the Tanaka formation for the starting pitcher on the home side, which I did not get. So that being Jin. As this one's going to be fouled off. So far on the count, it's 0-2. And this one will be taken outside for the first ball of the at-bat. As this one's going to be hit foul. Jedler trying to go ahead and get the first point, be the first base of the night. Of course, Washington, plenty of ground to make up for if they want to go ahead and they want to get to the playoffs. And that will be a strikeout. So 24-7 will come up to bat. So 24 will go ahead and be on the mound. Of course, pitching tonight will be Infected Vein. Using the Mariano Rivera animation. He takes this one outside for ball 1. So Doosan 7-14 on the season. Looking to go ahead and needing a win tonight to go ahead and still kind of at least keep everything in the balance. Of course, this is pretty much a 38-game season, so you're gonna need to really get hot right here, as this one's going to be fouled off. Meanwhile, for Washington, 10-11, so they're in the middle, but they're still vying for a spot as well. This one's going to be upstairs for the full count. So very good play discipline so far from 24. So the payoff more than likely will be within the zone. This one's going to be hit, and there we go. The first base hit will go to Doosan. As 24 will go ahead and we'll get it down. Here comes Reggie. So 4K Reggie will come up to bat. 180 on this season. So that's nowhere where he'd like to be. Meanwhile, Infected is going to make up for all the ground. As this one will be hit. 1, 2. Double play. Orbital will come to bat now. And so far on the season, 381. 4 home runs on the year. Probably one of the better batters that Doosan has. As they're going to go ahead and he's going to take this one for strike 1. This is going to be outside. Ball 1 now. And this is going to be the one too. So can he get it one? And this one will be caught by the third baseman, I believe. And that will end the inning. So first inning done. As we're going to go ahead and we're going to be seeing Circle take the plate. So this one down and away. This is going to be hit right to center. And that one will get the base hit on. So center will go ahead and will come up to that. 121 batting average. As this one's going to be popped up to right field. Will he throw it? He will throw it back to first, so the runner will not advance. Here comes China. And the 1-1 on the count. This one's going to be weak contact. So 1 and no double play. So he makes it to first, but that's going to bring up Cardi. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Unlimited. This is the second. This is the top of the second. So I'm going to have to work on probably within the next... When I do a scoreboard update, is go ahead and have an inning thing in place. So I don't have one because when I went ahead and originally made the concept up, I kind of didn't count for it. It's like, okay, just make sure it's a scoreboard's there and they know. Yeah. So, top of the second, 1-2 on the count. Cardi looking to go ahead and get a hit. Nice plate discipline to make this one 2-2. Pitcher's advantage still. So you can get away with the bait here if you know where you want it. As this one will be hit, just foul. As that one we'll do the pitch again. The pitch count going to be a must tonight to watch for both sides, as this one, nice take upstairs for the full count. And the payoff pitch, fouled off. Redo. Those watching tonight, thank you for going and joining in. This one, Jesus Christ, Cardi with the gets the Cade, and we're going to the bottom of the second. I probably might end up, whenever I introduce a new score bug, it probably will be at the end of next season. So that way, I think I'm not rushing at things. I can just at least come up with the concept. So Dafford will come up to bat. And taking his time so far. And that one will be the 1-1 on count. As this one will be hit right to first base. So ground out. Osito Blue will come up to bat. And he has a .210 average, 2 home runs. As he goes upstairs for strike one. What the hell? Messed up the little thing. Alright, 1-1. Let's check the game time thing. Oh. If it changes, Surge Arizona's have to move to a different field. This one will force 2-1 on the count. Ducky, welcome. I usually do. Don't worry, Ducky. And North, thank you for the follow as well. How did I get into becoming an announcer? I watched... This is actually a simple story. And another follow before we get to that. Nick, thank you for the follow as well. So Jim will come to bat. I believe that was a base hit. So I went how I originally got into real sports commentary because of Kiri Cali. As this one's gonna be a threat. This one will be off the wall. A runner will go ahead and will move to third, and Doosan with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Frosty will come to bat. As this one going already starting off 1-0-1. So yeah, I watched a lot of Kiri Cali because he'd stream I was before when I started real sports. I was always in real football, so primarily AFL. He'd always stream AFL games. So I remember he make the games feel more alive, bro. You think, oh, it's a normal game when it's just one person streaming it. Nope. There is a run, though. So Doosan get Jaws for blood. Why are you, girl? And because sometimes people confuse me as a girl. So. But some days I'm comfortable. Other days, not so much. Yeah, it just depends on my mood. Otherwise, I'm probably wearing my Violet Valk. I never got to finish though. What the heck? Yeah, Hoagie, thank you for the follow as well. So yeah, it was just watching Kiri and AFL games, which mind you, like AFL like was on running back on Football Universe, so and I was really interested in Football Universe at that time. Now of course AFL's running on UF, and then he also streamed like some OFL games, and I like any stream that he had, I just watch. As a strikeout will end the second. But Doosan drawing first blood, and they got a run on the board as North will come up to bat. It's worth noting the band that weren't on North's left arm, as this is the start of a Pride Month. So happy Pride Month to North, and really happy Pride Month to everyone that does recognize it. As this one will be fouled off. This one, if it was just inside, that was a homer. Home run potential, just way late. And a good take for 1-2. And now 2-2 on the count. So North will go ahead and we'll hit this one foul. 2-2 count. Of course, North, fair share of IPU experience. Couple of seasons in IPU, as this one will be the first out just by a few inches. As here comes Chung Sol. Now Chung, I've seen a lot of his games before. As I go ahead and I do stream a lot of Asia League, which is pretty much the, well, if you know, you know. So that means like those early morning 5 a.m. games for me. But if you guys do catch the action, I make sure those games are on YouTube whenever I go ahead and I do stream, because like Twitch is banned in Korea, so I gotta go ahead and I gotta improvise, and YouTube's basically kind of the main way, as this one's gonna be a fly ball to the left field for the out. Here comes Infected. Guys, this is the top of the third, looking to end early. Tonight's starting pitcher for Washington, looking to go ahead and equalize this one. They're going to try to figure out the formations. Yeah, originally back to my thing about Kiri, though. Yeah, he also streamed like some of the HCBB World Series games. Like he'd stream like season, like plenty of. Oh, before we get to that, ground rule double. As Doogie will come up to bat. Y'all are, like how every time I go ahead, I'm trying to go ahead and kind of tell my whole thing. That's just when the offense started to go ahead and get interesting. This one will be ball 1. So, yeah, if you guys do watch Kiri Cali, go ahead, and I do recommend going ahead and following him. He's available. He goes ahead and he streams on Twitch. I believe how he was last streaming AFL, from what I remember. So, hopefully we can bring him on, because I've been on I've went ahead and I've been on his channel. He hasn't came on here. Like I've had Rapzalg. I've had what's his name. I've even had King of Light, which is the main guy behind Roblox Sporting Network, and I've covered actually a fair share of games on RSPN. So back when they was covering LFG, this is going to be a run scored here. So a tie game. Epi was crazy, dude. Like, I was actually, like, very good. In public games, I was very good. Wasn't as great in league games. In fact, wasn't. It did not help that I was playing on a laptop. And that's why, back when I first started, as another base hit will be knocked right past second base. So whoever made that comment of, what the, uh-oh, yeah, you're cooked, buddy. Terrible base running here, as that one will end the inning. Still tied about 1. Suzuki got caught up between the bases. Yeah, I pretty much have my fair share of connections from pretty much back when I was still playing FPU, but I don't go ahead and I'll talk to anyone like that anymore. I primarily go ahead and I cover the OFL, which if you guys have seen some OFL games on RSN, I recommend, because he does a really good job. Of course, hopefully within the next couple seasons, I actually will go ahead and I'll get the victory ball. But it's a wait and see game. Originally, I had said that I'd wait until my franchise, the Sunbirds, made the VB, but I don't know. It's looking more and more bleak by the day sometimes. Even though, like, we'll get to the playoffs, and then just random shenanigans happen. 1-1 count here for V-Dom, as this one, early hit. Nice catch by the shortstop. So Regin will go ahead and will come up to bat. What the heck? I have no idea what that walk up, bro. As Regin will go ahead and will take strike 1. So, getting aggressive here. As this one will be hit, and this one will drop for the base hit. So, we got a runner in scoring position on 2 outs for Doosan once again. And a perfect opportunity for Orbital. And any gameplay that I play, my ears get blessed by walk-ups. Poor Eagle. I've seen my fair share of trouble with walk-ups already. Why, if you're watching this, you're not safe. That's all I can say. So 2-0 on the count. And this one will be outside for a ball 3. So, North saying I love woman. I do too, bruh. I do too. Alright. This one works a 3-0 count, goes ahead and goes to strike 1. This is probably the perfect time to go ahead and you do swing, because yeah, like there, like now it's still pretty much full count, so you're gonna have to go within the strike zone. Have to go really attack. As this one will be hit to center, and this one will be caught by center fielder. So Circle will come up to bat. As after three innings of work, it's game still tied. So in the short time that I've seen it, that we've covered HCBB main league, we've already gotten a glimpse of plenty of crazy moments. Already had some talking about walk-offs. Those won. I think it was LA versus Yokohama. They Stars lost that game because of a fielder's error. It was like the worst fielder's error too. As this one will be the first out. The center will go ahead and will come up. As he takes this one, delayed take, so that one was probably one of those ones where probably expected a different speed. This one a better one to get set up 1-1. As this one will be a knuckleball that's going to drop within the zone. That's going to be at least a double if he wants it. Yeah, he's going to have all the time in the world. And the throw to third. So runner in scoring position for China, who only has one RBI, which is his home run. And the 1-1 count. 1-2 officially into swing and miss. As now they work the count to 2. So a potential bait pitch set up, or if you want to, you can go ahead and you can go put the man away early. As this one will be caught by the second baseman, and yeah, that's gonna bring up Cardi. My apologies for my coughing, as this one's going to be 0-2 on the count. And that one's going to be a strikeout. Another one. So now, bottom the 4th, as this one's going to drop for the base hit. As this one will be the throw to second. Here comes Osito. As this one will be fouled off for the 0-2. As this one will be hit. 1, 2. Double play. As this one will be bomb the zone. Now another bomb the zone pitch. So far 2-0 on the count. As this one will be a hit! Center! This one! No doubter! See ya! Goodbye! That's just gonna add some salt to the wound. So Junieri will go ahead and will get the home run. That was absolute chancla, as I'd say it. A whole enough of a whooping as it is to pretty much break your soul. 2-1 Doosan. As this one will be 0-1 now in the count. So Frosty coming up to bat. As this one will be down and away. Now another one. Base hit. Here comes Gamblier. So after 4 innings, 2-1, and you can just see the stats. January, 3 Ks, 1 earned run. Meanwhile, for Infected, 1 K. But the hits are starting to take a toll, especially with that home run. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to go ahead and figure something out. Using the each real stance. So Jen's going to go ahead and is going to take all the time in the world to figure stuff out. As they have no depth at all. I'm trying to figure out depth specifically. Flamedress is right here on the sideline. Why don't you play him? They probably disagree with that statement. So now Yam's gonna go ahead and go to work. And this one's going to be outside for the 1-1. So 2-2 on the count. They bring back the changeup for Pride Month. I don't know why they removed the changeup pitch, if I'm going to be for real. Because it wasn't a bad pitch. It was just... Yeah, it was pretty cheaty, but, like, now the knuckleball is pretty cheaty in a sense. So Chung Sa will come up to bat. As this one will be the one on the count. Now you get the estrogen pitch that makes you a woman. You don't need it. Already happened. As this one's going to be 1-1. As this one will be fouled off. For Pride Month, I'd like to announce Yam coming out. The chat is very real. We still remember those days of that LA Femboys team from season 3 IPU. 5 balls for Chung. That one's going to be an out. Here comes Infected Vein. But yeah, I remember that team. A team that went ahead and did make the playoffs. It just, fortunately, didn't make it out of the first round. As this one's going to be a toucher. As that one, Yama got lost. Probably looks confusing, I don't know, but Doogie will come up to bat. So 0-1 count. Now 0-2. So getting aggressive early. As this one's going to be right to right field. And that one will end the top of the 5th. So now we go to this. So as you start the second half of the action. And we got a pinch hitter. So ladies and gentlemen, Flamedrius coming in to the building. Oh, 1 so far. And this one will be right to the catcher. Talk about unlucky. That one was just, yeah, one of those at-bats. So Eagle coming up. 2-1 game. And this one, the second pitch, you got bat, 1-1 count. So it's been a good look so far for what Eagle would like, but of course, now 2-1 coming up. Outside, 2-2. And this one will be hit. That's a grounder. Right, and here comes Doosan now. North side, north side 9, the proud only non-femboy of the LA Femboys. Of course. Of course, go ahead. You're gonna be starting pretty much transitioning, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, I have my own views on things, but at the same time, you've been going ahead and you've been doing pretty good. So, with that, I do hope that you go ahead and what swords I'm trying to go and get put out. Yeah, you hope that you feel comfortable, and I do also hope that you have plenty of people that go ahead and do care about you. Mental health is also something that no one will talk about, but it is a pain it is a pain. That's something I actually go ahead and I learned a bit of it from when I had to go ahead and go through a difficult time around this time last year. So now Regin will go ahead and will come up to bat now. As this motherfucker statued. This dude statued. Oh, nah. Echo going ahead and locking the server. As this one will be inside for 2-1. As this one, sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. That's going to be the end of the 5th. The Red Bull will come up to bat. Of course. There is also playing a talk that's also going around about IP pairs that happen to watch, and this one's going to be a base hit to start off the 6th. The circle will go ahead and will come up. So of course, plenty of players to talk about. None notable here, at least not in this game, but there are plenty of guys to talk about. Cream Kid being considered it. Cream Kid, Mad Knight, and Dreadful all being considered players that have been hits. That fella and Two-Face going ahead and really doing a nice job also as well. Of course, Quebble, bit of a struggle from his IPE production, which was like around 500. He was like the lone ranger on a Seattle team. This one's going to be a screecher caught by first base. They will get the out, but it will move the runner to second. So center will go ahead and will come up. One of the players that have done really good this season, X5 Owen, Bad Vibes 97, Valpux, Desired Doggo, and a couple of my teammates from IPU last season on the world champion, the Pawn Fighters. Aviator Ace, Lamont, which is Lamont himself, and Super Poop. Of course, I'll admit that after like that regular season, just people will go ahead and will say, "Oh, it's just a game." Some people, they go ahead and they get really competitive about it. I'll admit, I'm probably one of the more big competitors that I get driven crazy if I go ahead and if I lose a game. Well, if we come up to that, I'll go ahead and I'll open up on based on some on a bit of it. As North will, can he get to first? No. Let's see. Will she get to first? No. Just missed it. My apologies on that one. That is an error on my end. So that will become the bottom of the 6. Jay Adji, thank you for the follow. And as well as Eagle3450. Thank you for the follow as well. Tozuki Pirate switched up his costume, switched up his stuff, as this one's going to be off the wall. And this one will go ahead and will guarantee a base hit. So Daft Lord will come to bat. And this one will be 1-0 in the count. Yeah, I'll admit, but yeah, like I was saying though, when it comes to being competitive, when it comes to me being competitive, it's just, yeah, I do not like losing. I hate it. Whenever I'm out on the mound or at the plate, like if I people say, oh, losing can get to people, and for me, it gets me especially. Like, if I'm losing, I'm basically like, I'm pretty much like a ticking time bomb, on what's to happen next. This one's going to be caught by North somehow, so a spinning catch. Did not get the double play as she would have liked. As Osita will go ahead and come up to bat. And this one will be fouled off. And this one will be 1-1 the count. Probably gonna be something I might end up working on. It's just being more relaxed after games. This one, another out, as here comes Junori, who had that home run earlier, which was his first on the season. And this one will start off 1-0 in the count. Yeah, losing does get to you, and yeah, that Nippon team in the race season, we were terrible. Like 4-11, 3-12. Like in a normal thing, we literally are bottom of the barrel. This one's going to the other side, and this one, goodbyes. Golly! 2-run shot! And that was just already frustrating as it is. Lord have mercy. So 2 home run game. Welcome to the show, Jin. That's Jin Woods? Oh shoot. The guy just coming off of that short ban. Yeah. So 4-1 so far for Astrosity will come up. This one will be hit and just foul. Holy I'd be mad as hell. And this one will be fouled off, so 0-2. Yeah. Normal seasons, whenever you have a losing record, you're not supposed to win in the playoffs. And there's a strikeout. That will end the 6. So I'll go ahead and I'll leave my notes. Washington's bats need to go ahead and wake up and just. And you can't get killed by the same guy over and over if you're the pitcher. Well, if you're Doosan, this is the game that you want. This, if you go ahead and you are able to go ahead and hold Washington down. This is a free dub for y'all. I'm not even going cap. But of course, we like chaos around here. So let chaos happen. Top of the 7th now officially here. Azuka will come to bat. So I mentioned losing teams. Yeah, losing teams. Normally, you're not expected to go ahead and do anything, especially in the playoffs. But then we somehow managed to go on a freaking miracle run, and we ended up making it to the World Series and winning it. It never happens. I could have used that looking flag football when I was playing, but unfortunately, we didn't have that luck. It is what it is. This one's going to be knocked for the base hit to lead off the 7th. As Diego will come up. Is he crazy? Little bro say he walked down. I'm seeing the blessing that come get slides through our blood. So I mentioned all those losing teams. I think like the only time I think we've seen a team like consistently like struggle. Like there's been a couple times where we've seen a team consistently struggle throughout the regular season, but they still managed to make the playoffs. And then from there they dominate. Because OFL's happened a couple of times. I know season 3, the Spartans, which that team ended up turning out to be Victory Bowl champions. And then the season 39 Firecats. A team that struggled all year looking for that QB1. Did get a Steve Warner YR, made the playoffs, and then made the Victory Bowl where they would fall to the Ducks. Bit of history, but in IPU and really in any HCBB league, you don't see that happening. To the 0-1 count, as Reginald will come up to bat, and he will foul this one off. I am come up to bat, excuse me. It's a pitch. So far going ahead and getting to work early. As it's been a 1-2 count. This one will be a base hit, will be knocked down. So, hold on. Can he make it to third? Yes, he will. Here comes Chungsaw. If you, in this situation now, you can easily go ahead, you can tie this game up for your chunk stall, or at least cut into this lead. That's a check swing that doesn't go fully through, so 2-0 on the count. So he's safe. As this one's going to be, it gets down, and will it get the runner home? It will. So 4-2 Washington. And the 1-0 on the count. So, runner still in scoring position. Plenty of opportunity to happen. This one now 2-0 on the count. So 2-1 now, officially. I'm going to the bathroom if we GITP, I'm crashing out. But I was like, why would you... No. I think he's just saying, like, if it was a triple play, then... Yeah, he's... Rifle crash out, to be honest with you. Trades of Miguel Rojas last year against the Padres. And there's a strikeout. And here comes Doogie Pirate. Standing tall at the plate. You could call him Aaron Judge. In a 1-1 count. So I'm gonna say Diddy Pirate. Oh Lord. HCBB and jokes. All I know is that one of those pirates, one of those pirate kids went ahead and got a hit off me in season 3. And on my first start. That would have been a good start too if my village just didn't die. As this one's going to be hit. It gets down for the base hit. We got a scoring opportunity here. This one will climb down. And will this one get it? There, yes, it will. So there's 2 more runs. And this game is a brand new ball game. Tied at 4. That. And this one, yeah, this one's going to come down for the second out, but who cares? to tie the game. Unless you somehow mess this up. So Regum allowing 3 runs. And now going off 0-1 to circle. This one will be another foul ball, but it'll go to the stands for the foul ball. To the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And Flandreau will come up. And now on the mound now officially, from the looks of it, will be behind the plate still. So we'll actually be getting Yam. And Yam, his ERA, yeah, 6.45. So now, both teams on relief pitchers now. After 6 innings from both. One got a quality start, the other didn't. So. As this one's going to be hit. Fouled up. Oh, it drops. Base hit. We'll get this one be a double. It will. So bad at camera angle there. The Eagle coming to bat. And we also got Orlando taking on the what is her name? My brain. I'm having a CTE moment. Yeah, we're having Orlando versus San Francisco. Using the ESPN Monday Night Football scoreboard. Got plenty of action that we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about. So I'll give you guys a score update from Allroad Sports. And this one will be a strikeout. Here comes Vidon. So, final score in OFL, the Blue Steel City Vikings taking care of the Rattlers. That one 42-35. As it was the backup QB coming up this time in Colby. Instead of Lamont. Of course, Colby, a former last season in OFL MVP finalist, did not come away with any award, which was nasty work. Of course, that was the first game that was on the docket. There's going to be plenty more action. Twisters, Spartans, Mustangs, Thunderbirds, Bucks, Ducks. Gotta actually make some of the Bucks unis, the jerseys. Jostin Warriors, and the featured game of the Ducks taking on the Bruisers. So Intage versus Randy. So 2-1 the count here. As this one will be now 2-2. Caden Invader should be the best IPU prospect. I beg to differ. Go ahead and come back and pretty much put up the season of a lifetime. I'm calling it. And that one will be a freeze K. As Reginald will come to bat. So to get the league servers update ready, both sides with 10 hits and 4 runs respectfully. This one will be fouled off. And this one will be inside 0-2. So a really nice job so far. And this one, another statue. And that one will be another strikeout. So 3 Ks, that is... That's embarrassing. Alright, so of course some scoring updates. So we have the first game just ended. So let's look. Chicago and Minnesota tied up at 3 apiece in the 7th. And then we have Denver, St. Louis tied up in the 9th at 2. The other one here, Baltimore and New York, bottom of the first. No runs there yet. And the same thing can be said for Orlando and San Francisco. And then Seattle and Houston. Houston leading the game so far 3-0. So 2-1 cap. So 2. And we already just got have officially a final score confirmed. So the Philadelphia Surge with the 2-0 win over Arizona, sends getting a 10 strikeout, 91 pitch complete game shutout. So this is a Maddox. So this one's going to be high up and lands. So 2 outs for Zuka. Zuka moves up now. And this one will be 0-1 to count. Ah! Now 1-1. Now 1-2. All right. 1J, thank you for the ball. This one's going to be the third out. Bottom of the 8th coming up. So on the count now for orbital, as we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna. Doosan looks to go ahead and take the lead. Had the lead originally, as this one's going to be chopped, and there's going to be a ground ball for the out. Dafflord coming up to bat. My lord, my brain, I'm starting to get fried. So, window of opportunity. And this one, 0-1 on the count. And this one will be a pop-up. Will this one drop? It will not. Chung Saw with the catch. And Osito will go ahead and will come up. So Osito will go ahead and we'll go to work. There's this one down the count, Art. So far, nice. Not even down. Up on the count, 1-0. Pitcher's down on the count, though. And 2-0 now. So Osito going ahead and doing a nice job. And 2-1 now. As the stakes have never been more higher than now. And that one's going to be a strikeout.
What kind of weapon is this?
So now, top of the ninth coming up. And if there's any time to go ahead and wake up, it is right now. As this one will be the 0-1 for Yam. Working against 4K Regum. And now 1-1 on the count. And this one will be hit. Will it get down? It will. So a base hit for Yam. Chung Saw will come to bat. Of course, Chung, so far today, if we looked at the stats, only one hit, but that one hit has mattered. Limited appearances, though, this season. So this is pretty much really one of the various times when you get an extended look as the count goes to 1-1. This one, Screecher to the 1-2. This one will be hit. Foul. That one had has some cheese on that one. So Regin will go ahead and we'll have to figure something out. 1-2 count. And this one right to second, and that one will be the double play. And Cardi. Last chance in the regular innings. As this one will be foul off. Now officially we go to 0-2 on the count. Cardi. 0-2. Regin with the high one. This one right to third. Bottom of the ninth. And Januri, who has 2 home runs tonight, has the opportunity to kill this one off. So Jin at the plate. I'm not sure who's actually. Okay, Jin at the plate. Xfinity coming right, not pretty much on deck. So Yam going ahead and getting set up. As the bases are loaded. Not the bases are loaded. As the inning. It cannot be as big as this. Look at that. Look at this. The main event strike zone. As this one will be high up in the air. This one is going to be up right to right field. And that one will be the first out. So here comes Xfinity. So Flandrius on deck now. And this one will be taken for strike one. And this will be ooh. 1-1 count. So Xfinity looking for the pitch that he likes to see. 2-1 now. So the count working in their favor. As this one's going to go ahead and be hit. High up. This one might be gone. No, it's going to be off the wall. And this one will be a double. Right field just couldn't get it. So Flandrius with the opportunity to call game. Just bring him home. The biggest at-bat of his life. As this one will be high up in the zone for a 1-0. And this one will be. This one's easy! It's in deep! It's in center field! No doubter! Doosan wins! 2-run homer for Flandrius! Are you kidding me? How many times are they going to test this man? The road to the show, and he has just become become the show for 2. That one will do it. Doosan gets the win. 6-4. And what has been a wild turn. So probably both the relief pitchers. So Reginald will get the win. Yam attack with the loss. But that was just a kill shot to the skull. And Doosan improves their record to 8-14. Washington falls to 10-12. And that is the ending that you want to see. And they are taking photos with the man of the hour, Flandrius, with the 2-1 walk-off homer to go ahead and end the game for the Bears. That had him in 205 mag. Of course, that'll end coverage of tonight's game, as we're going to send this one to Moon Sports Network as they have more HCBB for you guys. San Francisco versus Orlando. And I will more than likely go ahead and I got to get some stuff done. So, of course, from Korea, technically, my name's Chaostopia, and I'm signing off for the night. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's game. Without further ado, here's your raid.